Hi, come on in. So this is the NAILPRO Asia that we're gonna be doing live Q&A. So I'll begin in a bit. So this will be in both Korean and English. So I'll take off my mask in a bit. So this is NAILPRO Competitions Nailapalooza Asia 2021-2022, sponsored by Brand Bandy and ISME. I am Hemi Park. I am the Nail Pro Competition Global Coordinator. And if you have any questions, just leave us a comment below and it'll be all good. And I will try to answer promptly. So we'll be doing live Q&A, but I'll also go over the general rules and rules for each categories that we're going to be doing for the Nailapalooza in fall, which is in a few months. So let's begin. So our website is nailproasia.com, and if you choose English language on there, you'll be able to read everything in English. So we have 9 categories total this time for the fall. The deadline for the submission is October 25th. So just make sure that you register before you submit your work. And if you have any question, nailapaloozaasia@gmail.com is our email, so you can also email us. So you can also DM us if you have any question, and we'll answer it promptly as well. So this is online competition, so you can do it yourself at home and just submit us the photo and the video for it. So I'll just go over the categories. So we have 9 categories. Sculptured nails on my own, which is the self version of Salon Success. Extreme stiletto design. Soak of gel application, the black. Flat hand painted nail art. Mixed media nail art. Soak of gel nail art. Salon pedicure nail art. And it's all about the bling. So we have 9 categories total. So I'll go over all the categories today, and it'll be really short and simple. So traditionally, nail pro competitions had like multiple competitions in like one year, and then the grand champion goes to whoever like attended the most. Will actually gain the most points first. We'll basically do the same thing this year. So we're starting in fall this year, which is 2021, but this is 2022 season, and the final will be in Korea, in Seoul, in May next year. So we'll get the grand champion. So this is a very important time for you to gain as much as score as possible, so that you can go close towards the grand championship. That's basically what it is. And if you have any more questions, let us know. We'll also be able to answer about those in a bit. So sculptured nails is for this time around, we're doing one hand, which is 5 nails. So it is competition style, pink and white. So you'll be basically sculpting 1-to-1 ratio traditional French nail using sheer pink and white, and the C curve should be very dramatic, which is 40 to 50%, and the very thin, like business card thickness, so it'll be like 0.3 to 0.8 millimeters. So you'll be either using acrylic or builder gel, and you must have to use either just one kind of product, so either acrylic or builder gel. You cannot mix between both. And then you cannot use any of top sealer gel or top coat for that, so you have to hand shine everything. And then if you're sculpting moon, make sure that you're not filing it off when you're filing the nail. You cannot use any e-file. For this, must use all hand file, and you're going to be coloring red polish on the thumb because it is one-handed, and no oils whatsoever, no moisturizing products. So you just want to wash everything with water. So the on my own is basically what it is, what it means, as it says. You're gonna be doing everything on your own hand by yourself. So it is one-handed competition, obviously. So you can also refer the whole rule if you're familiar with Salon Success category that we have, it is what it is. So it's 2-to-1 ratio, 2 nail bed, 1 white. And it doesn't have to be super like thin like sculpture nails. It's more of a salon style nail, so it is gonna be credit card thickness. You can use cover pink, you can use any tips, and you can also use gel top coat. So C curve should be somewhere between 33 to 40%. It doesn't have to be super dramatic like the sculptured nails. And you can do square, oval, or almond shape. And you'll be also coloring red polish on the thumb. And I think that's it. You can use e-file, you can use oil, everything's fine except for the, I think that's it. So you can also watch our YouTube for any tutorial, any in-depth tutorial that is specifically for us, for our category. So Gwen Dedman and Oana Flortor, who were our judges, they did the video, and it is very informational and very educational video, so you can also refer yourself to that. Now moving on to Extreme Stiletto. So the Extreme Stiletto design is one-handed competition, and all the nails should be minimum of 5 centimeters, which is like 2 inches. So it has to be go from cuticle to the free edge at least 2 inches or 5 centimeters. And the competition style shape, so it should be very dramatic and very pointy and very thin. Also business card thickness. Dramatic C curve. Cover pink is okay. So you can also use glitter, but it has to be no more than 10% of overall design. So if you're gonna be using glitter, just use it very, very little bit so that it can just enhance your design. So it is a design competition as well. So if you're incorporating any kind of glitter, just make sure it is under 10% from overall design. And then don't go over more than 10% of nail bed. So we should be able to see the nail bed clearly. So if you're like going over a little bit, make sure it's under 10%. Encapsulation is okay, which means you can use some kind of embellishment, but it should be under the clear nail. So the surface of nail should be smooth. It should be flat and smooth, so there's no bumpiness to it. So make sure that you're creating a flat, clean, smooth design. Absolutely no stamping and no stickers, obviously. So everything should be designed by your brush. Just no any kind of designed stuff, okay? So I'll be explaining soak-off gel application, the black, which is pretty much like French gel nail application in black. So it is two-handed competition. One hand in black French, so black tips, and then the other hand black solid color, using only gel polish. So any gel color that is soakable, you can use it for this. No building gel, no extension. It has to be natural nail. So the key to get better score is that everything should be even. So the thickness of French tip should be all even across all 5 fingers. So you can finish everything with the gel top coat. I mean, you should. So that's pretty straightforward. One more thing, you should use the sheer pink for the nail bed. I mean, it is up to you. You can use something a little bit more coverage. Make sure it is all even. Okay, so that was the structure category. So we're moving on to artistic categories. So starting off with soak-off gel nail art, and this one has the theme. So the theme for the soak-off gel nail art design is my cravings. So anything that's related to your cravings, and you can basically do whatever you want with the design. So basically you'll be designing the nails on hand, and it can be extended previously. It doesn't really matter. Shapes are, you can basically choose any shape you want. So basically you can do it yourself on your own hand because it is one-handed competition, and any embellishment should be less than 25%, and the height of any embellishment or any kind of 3D should be less than 0.6 centimeters. I believe that's like 1/4 inch. And then you're gonna be only using gel polish, like soakable gel. Absolutely no copyrighted design or logo. So we're very serious about copyrighted design or logo because we're all artists. So just be careful when you're using any kind of very popular design. Let's say like Mickey Mouse. Absolutely no Mickey Mouse. No Disney, basically. So you need two part of written statement, explanation of your design, or your interpretation of the theme, and the products that you use. Just don't mention any logo. So you need two part of those written parts. So flat hand painted nail art. The theme would be my favorite poem. This is the tip, 10 tips in one set. So basically you'll be like doing everything on the tip, and this is pretty straightforward too, so you know what it is. So the maximum size for the tips would be 2 inches 5 centimeters, and the width should be less than 1.9 centimeter, which is 3/4 inch, I believe. And the size must be graduated, so it should be like getting smaller or bigger. As long as it's less than 5 centimeters and 1.9 centimeters, it's okay. And do not attach the tips to each other. So the tips must remain individual. So it must be all hand painted. You can either use gel or acrylic paint. So you can use gel top coat for finishing, just no glitter in any top coat. You can either use matte or gloss. So the surface must remain flat and smooth because it is flat hand painted design. Absolutely no copyrighted design or logo. And when you're taking the picture, the bottom should be like solid color. So just make sure of that. It doesn't have to be attached because you're not sending it to us or submitting it. So you need to also submit written statements for this as well. Your interpretation of the theme and then the product info. Just don't mention any brand. We're moving on to mixed media nail art. The theme would be the holiday. So it'll be also 10 nail tips. Sizing would be the same, 5 centimeters, 1.9 centimeters, 2 inches, 3/4 inch. And you have to use like either 4 different, you should use 4 different mediums. So this is mixed media. So you have to use gel, acrylic paint, and some kind of 3D element, and then the additional one. So it can be, anything like glitter or whatever. So you should use minimum of 4 different medium. So you have to write all those mediums on your written statement when you're submitting it. Otherwise, we wouldn't know what you used. Just don't mention any brand. You can use any kind of embellishment, just less than 25%, no more than 25% of embellishment. No copyrighted design and logo. I cannot stress enough of this. No mold. Please don't use any mold. You have to write 2 part of written statement, interpretation of the theme, and then the product info, no brand. Okay, moving on to Salon Panicure nail art. The theme would be winter story. So it'll be 10 pedicure tips, so you can basically like tailor your tips to the right size. The size of it would be, length would be 1.5 inches and 3/4 of inches in the width. So that'll be 3.8 centimeters in length and the width 1.9 centimeters. Any kind of embellishment or like 3D or anything should be less than, everything should be less than 1 inches basically. So it should be recreatable at the salon during the reasonable service time. So it is salon pedicure nail art, so you should be able to recreate this design at a salon for your client at a reasonable service time. So some people do like 2-hour pedicure. It is up to you. So we're basically giving you freedom of creativity. However, just make sure that it'll be recreatable at the salon time. Also, written statements for this, the theme and the product information, and no copyrighted design or logo. Let's see, last but least, it's all about the bling. This one has no theme. 5 fingers, 1 hand. It has to be done on hand. Extended nails are okay. Doesn't matter if you use full cover tip or anything, just make sure it is on the hand when you're taking the photo. You have to make sure that the base color for the nail itself should be a solid color. It can be all different colors on all 5 fingers, but it has to be solid color on each nail. Chrome or any kind of metallic powders okay, as long as the base nail is solid. So just make sure when you're using chrome or any kind of metallic powder, not to like contaminate your gel top coat, because if there is any kind of shimmering in your top coat, that's a negative for your score. So the cluster of your crystal, or the size of the crystal, should be less than a dime, a size of dime. If you're not familiar with the dime, because that's US dollar, that's a US currency basically. So it has to be 18 millimeter in diameter. So the size of the cluster or any kind of crystal should be less than 1.8 centimeters. So you should not use any kind of pre-made jewelry or some kind of cluster that's like pre-made from the factory. You can create your own, just make sure it's not store-bought. So when you're attaching the stones or crystals or embellishment, you should only use clear products. So it can be glue, gel, or acrylic. It just should be clear. And the height of any kind of embellishment or your design should be less than 0.6 centimeter. I believe that's also a 1/4 inch. So less than 1/4 inch. Nothing should be going over the tip more than 1/4 inch. That's 0.6 centimeters. Okay, so stones can't go over 1/4 inches in any direction. That's what I said on my paper. And I think that is it for all the rules for each category. So that was 9 categories. And then we also have one more thing. So a lot of people are kind of not familiar with online submission. You can go to nailproasia.com under rules, and under Nailapalooza ASIA 2021-2022 there is online submission guideline. So you can look at it and then kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. So check out the examples of like all the pictures and guidelines on our website. You can also download all of these rules in PDF file on our website. So if you're not sure where to find it, let us know. We'll just send you the link. So when you're taking pictures or photos for the anything that has the hand on hand, should be 5 different pictures. So overall, like that view from you, and then C curve, and then the side views from left and right, and then the close up of your work. And if you're doing like soak off gel nail application, that should be like two-handed, so one, and then C curve on both hand, and then side C curve side, and then the close up for both. So you basically have to name it and then make sure letting us know. You have to let us know how many photos you're sending us. You can put everything in like a cloud and then let us know as well. We just cannot keep track of everything, so we just want to make sure that we're getting all the pictures that you submitted. And then the art tips: when you're taking pictures, you have to do like the overall view, and then the close-ups, and then like super detailed cut, or you can do videos like less than 30-second video each. You can do how many ever, just don't send us like 20. Like 1 or 2 would be enough. This is to like help our judges to look at your work really well, because we're not looking at it on our own eyes. So think of where you want to, where the judges should see on your work, like which one you want to really like want to focus for them to see it. Make sure that's on your picture or video. Any entries with like super like detailed work or any kind of depth or like height, we recommend sending us the video, less than 30-second each. Again, our website is so en.nailproasia.com is the English page of our website. If you're gonna like look for everything. Otherwise, everyone can just come look at our website at nailproasia.com. You can also look at like previously like entries on our website from under result page. When you go to result page, and let me just go, and there is Nailapalooza Asia 2021, and then you can kind of see like how people like submitted like the pictures. So that's how you're gonna do that. The registration is open till October 23rd, and you can submit all your work until October 25th. So the registration is already open on our website, and the deadline for the registration is obviously 23rd of October. So just go register now if you can. It's on our profile, the link on bio, right? Yeah, link on our profile. So just check that out. So the next competition will be in February. So yeah, we highly recommend that you register first, because that's a motivation for you to work. Oh, and we have like each categories are different, but we have non-divisional and divisional, and we have student, novice, and veteran. However, student is a little bit different here in Korea and other countries. So novice and veteran would be, if you haven't won first place in anywhere, you're novice. You won something before, then you're a veteran. So if you're not sure, let us know. Like just DM us, or like ask me, or if you're following me already, I'll let you know. Like we'll make sure. Any kind of holiday is okay for the mixed media. Anything that you think is important, or like that's something to, be recognized, just write down on your written statement. If you have any more question, you can DM us or email us at nailapalooza@gmail.com. You can also watch this live session on our YouTube or IGTV on our profile account. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys all back here at some point for our on-site competition in May. And please be careful and stay safe and healthy. See you all. Bye. 안녕. 안녕. 유튜브도 안녕.